Back in December, Sand Springs police were called to an apartment complex to investigate a death. As part of their procedures, officers gathered up safekeeping items belonging to the person. During the investigation, it was determined that a credit card belonging to the victim was used multiple times after their death. The Sand Springs Police Department released this statement, saying in part, during the course of the investigation, it was learned that one of our own may be involved. The officer accused is 24-year-old Theodore Cook. I sat down with former Sand Springs Police Chief Mike Carter, who is now city manager. He says the alleged act of one should not taint the image of the entire department.
I will tell you I'm proud that after this incident came to light and they believed that there was an offense, we immediately called in OSBI and we had the individual in custody and in being booked in the jail within 14 hours of us becoming aware of it.
Carter says this has never happened during his career. And while unfortunate, if true, there is a strong system in place to hold officers accountable.
Through the courts, they have the same rights that everybody else does, but we hold them to a higher standard through discipline and through their employment. And so if an officer is ever to be found to have committed a felony, they'll go to unpaid status, and then there will be the internal review. And if that is upheld through the internal review, then they can be terminated.
Carter says they allow other law enforcement agencies like the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation to come in and investigate its officers.
We have an internal review. We allow an external group to do we allow the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation to do the external criminal investigation on our officer. Then consequently, we do an administrative review after that is done because we don't want to do anything that taints that process.
Carter says if probable cause is found and Cook is bound over for trial, then the police department will have just cause for termination. Sharon Phillips, 2 News Oklahoma.